Hi, it's Joanne. Today we're watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Season 1, Episode 13, Aversion to One's Own Kind. Thank you so much, Louise, for sponsoring. Let's go! Did something tragic happen to his friend? He went to achieve the dream. He needs her help and he's been telling her his life story and she's just sitting there. How did you walk into that? Frieren. Oh, good. Immediately. Oh, God. Back to the village, or? No, you can't. You're not doing okay. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we could heal him. Yep. Oh, good. Our friend. And then immediately got bit by a snake. Yep, yep. He can fix it that easily? Who is this man? Maybe he should have been an adventurer. He's very talented at it. Magic, it would seem. Ooh. Is he joining the party? She doesn't like priests. I mean, other magic users? But then Fern Fern's her mentee. A drunk priest. Had one of those. Your brother is the village's priest. I don't think you can be able to beat him. He lost the gambling. They both did? To honor your friend. Maybe I'll even run into him one day. She was very hesitant to go as well. So she relates to him a lot. That's what she means by an aversion to her own kind. Interesting way of going about recruitment. You invited him gambling, knowing he'd been over his head. Exactly. I mean, it can be, but, like, a drunkard, maybe not the best idea, again. Just like she was given. They have indeed. You have it again? You might even run into him if you travel the world. Though if he hasn't been back, maybe he's not doing so well. Oh, he was supposed to come back in 3 years. And he didn't. But he went to the Northern Lands, which is where they're going. No. It really does. He's beginning to look like a saint. Idiots. So it's about looks for him because she looks younger. Guess it's good he doesn't like him young. It's really not actually. We don't need to be doing this. They're both like, oh my god. You don't know that. Not for sure. And a good way to honor his memory is to follow your dream together. Plus, we're going to heaven to speak to dead people, so if he's there, you'll get to see him. She is wise. I mean, I'm not currently convinced I want this guy on our team, but I think he needs to go for himself. It wasn't cowardice, it was wanting to repay his brother for what his brother did for him. So he could have gone and had a glorious life, but he chose to stay here for his brother. So he did the same. It's a good brother. Keep the death bird unnecessary. You didn't need to hit him to get this message across. Did you though? Because he could have just talked to you. About time. Works to me. I'm not sure about you just yet. Heaven. No. Okay, so we have a new party member, whether he's going to be a permanent party member or a, like you said, a part-way party member. I mean, I don't hate him being I don't like change. I'm always hesitant to change and new characters. And I'm like, the whole like, oh, he's drinking and gambling and smoking. And I'm like, those things, I mean, they're not great, but if you do them like excessively, but I'm intrigued to see how he's going to develop on the road, actually living the dream, actually doing it, being an adventurer, not just sitting around wasting his time, kind of regretting his life decisions or whatever, and being kind of sulking in a village, basically, which kind of feels like what he did for the last 10 years. It'd be interesting to see how his character develops going forward when he's actually in stressful, dangerous situations. I don't think he's a bad addition to the party, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, I don't know, I don't yet know like how he's going to be, how he's going to act, where he's going to come down. And I assume with this little group we'll bring out the best in him. I hope so. It was sort of lovely to get to see this village again, to get to see his backstory with his friend and realizing why he stayed. He stayed to try and do for his brother what his brother had done for him, but his brother never wanted him to have to make that sacrifice too. And I do think that there was obviously being offered the chance to go and be a priest in the royal city is amazing, but yes, I think the main reason he stayed was for his brother. That's why he didn't consider it. But there's also the truth of, well, he likes being the village priest. He's content with his life in this village. Whereas his brother, the little brother, Saiyan, grew up dreaming of adventuring and going far, and he has this genius, amazing, magical talent. I'm guessing he's like a cleric, kind of from D&D, like a priest. He's this brilliant gift. And he's just sitting around occasionally healing random passers-by who've been bit by a snake. So he needs to go in order to fulfill his life. He needs to try it. He needs to go on an adventure and see if it is the life he wanted. And I think it would be good for him to have done so. Our little party is a mess, and I love them so much. I love how much they care about each other, and yet barely show it. Like they're not like gonna hug and be like, I love you so much all the time, but they show it in other ways. And now we have our new member, so let's see what he does, adding in how he adds into the mix. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.